Everyone, so in this video I will teach you how you can get approved for any car on cavana.com, and this also applies for vroom.com as well, or any online site that sells cars. So I will talk about how you can get approved for these cars using a CPN profile and using your SSN. So let's go over the CPN profile. So if you guys bought a CPN, I highly recommend you guys buy a CPN from a vendor that added trade lines on the CPN. That's pretty much the quickest route to get approved for a car, just getting a CPN. If you do have a CPN that you've made, make sure you add trade lines on there. You can find trade lines off the Google. There are plenty of trade line sites, but I will leave some in the description for you guys to check out. So once you have a good 700 to 800 credit score with a thick profile, you will go on Carvana and choose a car, depending on if the profile has an auto trade line. If it does have an auto trade line, for the one you paid for example, then you're gonna have to go based on the credit limit. So if they have if the CPN has a 50K auto trade line, you will apply for a car around that range. If you don't have an auto trade line on your CPN, you can still get approved, but the limit will be 50K. So I highly recommend, if you're trying to get a car for around 100K, just add a 100K auto trade line, because that's what they want to see, especially for dealerships. But if you do have a CPN or a credit profile under a 700, you will need either a co-signer or just fix your credit, because sometimes they do require a down payment if you do have bad credit. So make sure you get your credit in check before you apply for these cars. So once you have the CPN in order, okay, pick your car. For example, if you're trying to do any one of these cars for this price range, it's free shipping depending on which car you pick, 0 down payment. You will have to submit the paperwork. All they ask is the bank statements. So you're gonna have to make around 5 to 10K a month. Provide the ID. So if it's a CPN, you can actually use your own. If it matches your name, just use your ID. And you could actually go and get a duplicate ID or get a fake ID and add the CPN address on there. So yeah, so basically, once you go through the account, submit all the documents that they ask or request. You might have to fabricate some of it. And once it goes through, literally 0 down, 0 shipping to your address, and you can actually pick it up if you want, but I prefer you to get them to ship it to you, the address. Based on the CPN, so if you pick your friend's house, just go to the address and get your car. And you might have to sign some paperwork too as well. So 100K car, add a 100K auto, because if it's over that, they won't approve you, especially at the dealership. So this also applies for dealerships as well, not just Carvana.com. And also the main issue with Carvana.com is the job verification. So the job verification is based on the profile that you make. So if you buy a CPN, it's gonna have, almost all of them have the job verification. But if you make it yourself, you're gonna have to verify the job verification, which is also actually the really difficult part. You're gonna have to fabricate the job verification. So I recommend you get a CPN of Trailline CPN, for example, and just use that and apply through this. But if it is under your name, just use your workplace and that will go through. But if you're trying to get a higher car, around over 60K, then the job verification can deny you for the car, because it's based on how much income you make on that job. And they'll also see the tax returns as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the rundown on how you can get approved for a car on Carvana with a CPN. SSN is pretty much the same thing, but it's not really good for self-employed individuals. If you're trying to do a self-employed, just go through the dealership is a lot easier. This is mainly for people who work corporate jobs or 9-to-5s that pay a decent amount or whatever. So I recommend just go through a dealership if you're trying to do the self-employed route. Yeah, so that'll be it for the video, guys. Check out the links below, subscribe, peace out.